What's going on, family? It's your least favorite gym vlogger, Preach here. And today we are about to dive right into a workout. Feels so good to be back in my home gym. Today we are kicking it off with a new freaking pre-workout, the Hyde Signature. I'm super excited to dive into this. Haven't had a new pre-workout in a hot little minute, so let's find that scooper. We're going to go right in for some of this, guys. Scoop one. Cheers. It's Sunday. Just got out of church. Had a great freaking service. Took care of the spiritual. Now it's time to take care of the physical. Let's dive into it, folks. Let's freaking go. A lot of you guys have been asking my favorite supplements when I work out. That really depends on if I'm cutting, bulking, maintaining, what my goal is at that time. One of the reasons I love pre-workout is because it has L-citrulline, beta-alanine, nitric oxide boosters, things that expand the veins, increase blood flow, the caffeine, of course, the energy, of course. But, there's so many things in pre-workout, just like even looking at this one, I just got this one today. But the increased focus, I believe pre-workout is one of the best supplements. And of course, there's L-carnitine, which I've never taken. I've done a lot of research on it. There's a lot of people that hype it up, really high L-carnitine. But to me, it just seems like it is overhyped. And I don't know much about the injecting side of it. I've read a lot about the oral taking of it. And, creatine, scientifically proven, one of the most researched workout supplements in the world is creatine. And I believe creatine helps. But, there's different types of creatine. There's creatine monohydrate, creatine HCl, powdered creatine, pills creatine. And I don't take much creatine. They recommend 5 grams a day. If you're heavy loading, even more than that to begin your cycle. But the pre-workout I'm taking right now has 1 gram of creatine. There was a time where I was taking 2 scoops of pre-workout every workout. I have slowed down on that. I think that was a little crazy. I did it for as many years as I did every single day. But I've really slowed down on that. And let's dive back into the workout. Today's workout, I'm feeling extremely pumped up, extremely yoked, really focused on curl variations, bicep curl variations, a few lat raises. And the cool thing about lat raises is you can do like front raises, which obviously if you're doing front raises, you can come straight out. But if you move that to a little bit, you can engage the side of the chest slightly while still hitting the lats and the delts, which is a very cool concept to me to be able to hit so many parts. Now, obviously, it's not complete isolation on one of those parts because you are engaging multiple muscle groups. But, there's a lot of power in that. You can bring it back even further. And you want to be careful. If you're not an experienced gym goer, you don't want to try every exercise variation because some of them take certain stabilizer strength, stabilizer experience, and mind to muscle connection. And that's why I emphasize mind to muscle connection to so many of you guys on here, is because without mind to muscle connection, you're never going to reach your full potential. And I mean, you can ask any bodybuilder that, and they're going to tell you, any experienced, knowledgeable bodybuilder. You can ask any of them that, and they're going to tell you without mind to muscle connection, you're never going to reach your full potential. So understanding different variations, We're doing curls up here, hammer curls, regular curls, and then even with that, when you're doing regular curls, like you can keep the elbows in, you can put them out a little bit, you can go like this. I mean, there's so many variations. And so I just want to remind you that, like, you want to hit a muscle on multiple exercises, not just doing a basic one exercise per body part. You want to make sure you're emphasizing multiple effective movements to increase the blood flow, increase the pump, increase the protein synthesis, the muscle hypertrophy. You want to make sure you're pushing, guys. Let's go. If you're never doing reps within 1 to 2 reps till failure, how do you know what your limit is? Like, seriously, I don't get how people can consistently work out, not see the results they want, and still not go to a failure. Like, how do you ever know what your limits are, bro? Like, there has to come a point where you're willing to push the limits. Now, I say within 1 to 2 reps of failure because you don't want to tear anything. Listen, I've torn muscles. I've had severe injuries. I have permanent internal scar tissue from certain injuries. I know what it's like to get injured and push it too far. But within 1 to 2 reps of failure, I mean, if you're not testing your limits, how do you even know what you're capable of, bro? Like, for real. How do you even know what you're capable of?